Hey there, everyone. It's Paula O'Sullivan here. I want to have a conversation with the coaches and the consultants and anyone who has done. So, if you have done online coaching, online consulting, if you've worked one-on-one with clients, or if that's something that you're doing now and you're doing that for yourself, this is a conversation that I want to have specifically with you. And what this conversation was initiated by was a conversation or a chat I was having today, and it reminded me of a question that I was first asked 8 years ago. So when I first started my business or first started working for myself 8 years ago, I was at a networking event and I was asked this question, and it really took me back a lot. It really made me think. But the question I was asked was, so do you really have a business, or did you just buy yourself a job? Now, I've reflected on that for a lot of years because it's a very important question. Especially if you got into working for yourself because you want extra time, you want to create a life where you decide, like you want time freedom. You decide the hours you want to work, you decide the people you want to work with. But here's the kicker. If your business or if your work or if your income is still dependent on you actually doing work. So if it's dependent on you, so if the bulk of your income in your business is one-on-one consulting and coaching, and if it requires you to work in the business to be able to make the business profitable, do you really have a business? Or did you just buy yourself a job? Now, it's a very important question, and there are going to be some people that are not going to respond well to that. Of course, I've got a business. I work for myself. I have an ABN. I have a company. I have blah 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 blah. Great, that's great. But if you step away, if you took 1 week out, if you took a week's holiday, and when was the last time you took a holiday and did no work whatsoever? So if you had to step away from your business for a week, or for a month, or even just for a day, would your business suffer? Now, that's an important question. So really for you, what I want you to if you're a coach or if you're a consultant, if you're working one-on-one with people, and that's important work because the work that you do is valuable. People value your time. But you are still exchanging time for money. You are still getting paid by the hour or by the half day or whatever your consulting is around, and however you've got that set up. But it's not automated income. It is not residual income. It is not income that comes in independent of the hours you work. So here's something for you to think, and this is a position I have been in. Like, I can tell you this, as someone who I started 8 years ago, 8 years ago in May, so next month, I've been working for myself for 8 years. I still do consulting now, and I still work with clients one-on-one now, but the bulk of my business had been around, working one-on-one with people. So for my business to thrive and survive, for my business to be able to work and to be profitable, it required me to work in the business. The idea of taking a holiday, the idea of taking just a week to go and relax somewhere, it wasn't feasible. I had to take everywhere I went, had to take my laptop, had to make sure I was accessible, had to make sure that my clients could still connect with me if they needed to. And that's a really difficult way to build a business. So what I started looking at and what I started investigating was, okay, so if I'm out there building a business and I'm exchanging time for money, because that's what I'm doing, if I'm exchanging time for money and I have bought myself a job, how is it I can still, because I value working for my clients are amazing, I adore them, I love working with them. So how can I still do that? And how can I then also build an income outside of me having to give all of my time? how do I make it automatic? Came across, I watched this awesome class, and I'm going to share with you the class. I'll be above or below this video, but I'm going to share with you this class and what it actually talks through. So it's called the Online Success Strategy. And what it actually is about is how you can take your business, or if you're in a job, like if you're in a corporate job, and even though you're supposed to be working 9 to 5, you're working crazy hours and you just want to get out and you want to do something for yourself. You truly, like you want to, like me, you want to make sure you're available for your child. You want to make sure that you create a life that you don't need to escape from. You want to be able to create a business that keeps growing even when you're asleep, even when you're on a holiday, even when you're playing with your kids. You want to make sure that you have a business that does those things for you, a business that serves you, not you being a slave to your business. So what this class did for me is it was interesting because it went through the five key components. So it's things like creating a lead magnet, building an email list, automating through sales, building relationships through automation, cash flow optimization. So it goes through all of these things. And the interesting thing was, right through the journey, I was doing those things, but I was doing them in a way that was patchwork, and I was doing them in a way that didn't really bring it all together. And so what this class did for me is it actually brought all of the elements that I had been doing anyway. Like I'd been doing bits and pieces of them over my time that I did for myself. But there was finally, someone had actually put the information in front of me that put all of this together. So at the end of this 2-hour class, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And so now I'm working, so Mike and Robin, who are just fabulous. And if you do go and look at this, and I really want you to watch this class because I think you'd get a lot out of it, especially if you're someone who works one-on-one with people, I think you'd get amazing value out of it. So now I'm working with Mike and Robin, who run this Online Success Strategy class. It's 2 hours of your life. Just 2 hours, that's it. You will get to watch it. I think you'd be amazed by it. It's actually changed the way that I look at my business, and it's changed the way that I structure my business. So now I still get to work one-on-one with clients, which is amazing, but I'm able to put an infrastructure and a platform and build into my business the ability and the scope to be able to generate income online in a predictable, scalable, reliable way, so that I can go and do the things that I want to do. Like I can still run my consulting business, which I love, but also I have this opportunity to then go and create some online income, so that if I wanted to take 6 months off, I could. To be honest, I probably wouldn't, because I do love what I do. And for me, this doesn't really feel like work. It's actually something I really love doing. But if this is something that's speaking to you, then why not have a look? What's the worst thing that could happen? You look at this, you spend 2 hours of your life watching this class and you think, that's bogus. But I guarantee you this, you will learn at least one thing that you can take away and implement in your business. So grab your free ticket, go and check out the class, go and learn something, and then come back and tell me what you learned. Because really what I want to do and what I am so passionate about is I want mums to be able to spend more time with their kids, and dads as well. I want all of us time with their kids, more quality time, without having to worry about money, without having to worry about how to put a roof over our head, without having to worry about how we're going to create a life that we love, because the answer's right there. It's right there. So I encourage you, click on the link, grab your ticket to the free class, go and check it out. It's amazing. You'll get so much value out of it. And really, you look at it and you go, why did I not think of this before? It is so sensible. It is so, why did I not see this before? But that's okay, because you can see it now. So this is Paula O'Sullivan here. So grateful to have you in my community. So grateful for you to be watching. So don't forget, click the link, or it's above or it's below, click the link.